cherry tree glass. My name is Ted Creek and I am currently working on an expedition cruise ship in Antarctica. So you can see around me, we're at Danko Island this morning, just landing a few guests on shore, and I've got quite a few experts working with me around here, so I thought I'd just introduce you to a few and they can answer a few of your questions for you. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, so the first people that actually saw what's behind me were Dutch sailors in the 1620s. However, it was a long time before people first saw Antarctica. That was the British sealer William Smith in 1820. However, it was a long time before someone was actually going to set foot on Antarctica proper, and that was Carsten Borchgrevink in 1899.
Polar bears only in the Arctic? Well, it's a combination of evolution and geology. The geology is that all the Earth's continents used to be connected together in a single supercontinent called Pangaea. And then that split into two supercontinents, and the southern one, the one south of the equator, was called Gondwana. That's a name that's been given to it. Gondwana started breaking up about 200 million years ago. The last link in the chain was the break of the link between southern South America and the Antarctic Peninsula. We've got Antarctic waters behind us. You can see icebergs and so on. And Antarctica is a cold continent, which would be ideal for polar bears. The big problem is there's 1,000 kilometers of sea between us and South America. That link broke 35 million years ago. The bears started to evolve about 35 million years ago, but they started to evolve in the north of North America. The youngest species of the bears is the polar bear. It could only evolve from grizzlies about 1 million years ago. So the bears evolved in North America, which at that time was separated from South America. About 15 million years ago, they came together and the Isthmus of Panama formed, and bears were able to get from North America into South America. The bears are quite recent in South America, but because they only got into South America 15 million years ago, they couldn't cross the Drake Passage, which was 35 million years old. That's why there's no polar bears in Antarctica.
6 types of seals that live in Antarctic waters.
So there's actually 5 true seals, and then there's one fake-eared seal who doesn't really count as a seal.
I think he counts, Ted.
Okay. The first one is the Weddell seal, which is an awesome diver, goes really deep and has a cat-like pace.
82 minutes length of diving. Then we got the crab-eater seal. Doesn't actually eat crab, but relies on krill to survive.
Then we've got my favourite, it's the leopard seal. It's mostly penguin stomachs, because it's got krill in there. Rips apart penguins very cool.
Then we got the Ross seal, which isn't very common, but it's found in the Ross Sea.
Yeah, that's the only one I don't have any pictures of, unfortunately, which is kind of sad. Then we've got the really big boy, the elephant seal. Huge guys with well, they're quite rotund.
They've got the big elephant tusk-like face.
And the final one, which you say counts.
I say it counts. We got the fur seal. So these fur seals and elephant seals are found on the sub-Antarctic islands.
But yeah, fur seals, eared seals don't really count.
They count.
They're more closely related to sea lions.
They definitely count.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, well, the thickness of the ice in Antarctica is something that's puzzled people for a long time, because it used to be that the only way you could find out how thick the ice was to drill a hole down through it, and nobody was ever able to do that, partly because the ice was moving, and partly because they didn't have a set of drills long enough to reach the bottom. So the way they do it now is they use a system a little bit like radar. They send a radio wave into the ice and they listen for the echo coming back, and they know how fast it moves through the ice, so they can work out how how thick the ice is. So the answer to the question is it varies. In some places there's no ice at all. About 3% of Antarctica is bare rock, but the other 97% it varies from a few meters up to about 4,500 meters, 4.5 kilometers. Under the South Pole, the ice is just over 3,500 meters thick. So the South Pole is up at about 3,580 meters above sea level, but the rock below it is only, the top of the rock below it is only about 80 meters above sea level. So that ice is in motion all the time. Sometimes it gets a bit thicker if there's a heavy snowfall, sometimes it's a bit thinner. But the average thickness, I don't think anybody's ever calculated that, but it must be somewhere around 1.5 kilometers, I would think.
So one of the main reasons why the polar regions are colder than the rest of the world is because the Earth is actually on a tilt. So the North Pole and the South Pole are at a tilt of about 23 degrees. And so for almost 3 months of the